sparked your initial interest in fashion design? Well, it all started because I actually used to join a lot of pageants, and designers do not usually carry plus size outfits. So I started to make my own outfits, and that made me interested in fashion design. Do you have formal training or education in fashion design, or were you self-taught? I actually took fine arts and fashion design at the Philippine Women's College of Davao City. What were some of the challenges? What are some of the biggest challenges you face when starting your career in fashion? Is actually getting more clients, because people tend to know me as someone who does beauty pageant and not into fashion. What resources or support system did you rely on when you were just starting out? My family actually helped and support me financially, so that's the biggest support system that I have. And that what made me become a fashion designer, their financial support. How did you develop your unique design aesthetic and signature style? Well, I actually have an idol in the fashion industry, and that is Vivienne Westwood and Alexander McQueen. I actually take their designs into inspiration and make artwork. What are some of the biggest challenges you face as a fashion designer and dressmaker in today's market? The biggest challenges today is actually the fast fashion industry. It's very fast and is accessible to the public, so that is what I am very much challenged right now. Mass production is something that I really could not do because I am a one-man show. I do the cut work, the beadworks, the pattern making, and the dressmaking, the garment construction. I do it all by myself. So that is the biggest challenges today, the fast fashion industry. How do you balance creativity with the practicalities of running a business? Well, I actually take the client's budget into consideration. I do not make outfits that are out of the client's budget. So I first ask the clients what are their budget and what are the events, so that I could make a tailor-fit clothing for them. What are some of your proudest achievements as a fashion designer and a dressmaker? Well, in the span of 2 years, I was given a chance to showcase my designs internationally and locally. This particular piece, for example, is featured during the Miss Universe Philippines. It was worn by our province's representative, Natasha Bahuyo, at the Miss Universe stage. And this also is featured, this was worn during the Miss Philippines Earth. And the last one would be the white dress, the Philippine flag inspired dress that was worn internationally during an international pageant. Those were my proudest achievements as a fashion designer. And also I was recently interviewed I was recently interviewed in a local network, Mindanao Wide Network. So those are my proudest achievements. What advice would you give to aspiring fashion designers and dressmakers? My advice would be to always look up new stuff, always innovate, and do not be stagnant in your designs. Always keep on designing. What are your goals for the future of your career in fashion? Well, I plan to expand on the fashion. I plan to expand with the use of ready-to-wears. I do not want to be just labeled as just a couturier. I want to be someone who designs ready-to-wear outfits. How do you define success in the fashion industry? Well, success is actually different from person to person. It's actually defined in many ways, and it does not mean that you are very talented and creative, that you are successful already. I think that being successful is being able to have lots of clients, because there are lots of fashion designers who are very creative, very successful, and does not have a lot of clients. And I think that not having clients is not successful in the fashion field. What are some of your favorite things about being a fashion designer and a dressmaker? Well, the perks of being a fashion designer is one of the most exciting things to become a fashion designer. Let's say, for example, during the Miss Philippines Earth, I do not actually have access pass because it is an exclusive event, and I actually use the word I'm a fashion designer, and I designed our representatives gown, so that gave me pass to everything. So I think that the access pass of big pageants are actually the perks and the most exciting part of being a fashion designer. What is your favorite part of the design process? Well, the dressmaking and the construction is actually quite complicated, and I enjoy a lot because I do everything. I pattern my own, I sewed my own clothes, so that is the most exciting part in the design process is the dressmaking itself.